Tom Verducci here on the Rich Eisen Show. Okay, we are approaching, as we all know, the summer months, and thus the trade deadline. I'm assuming, since we talked about it before the season, before opening day, that we'd have to see how Baltimore's season played out before Manny Machado would be available. My gosh, what an unmitigated disaster in Charm City right now. So I'm assuming Machado is gone by the end of July, and the question is, what's the market?
Yeah, back up the truck, 19 wins there, and we're almost, we are in the middle of June now. Britton, Brock, and certainly Machado. And the price, I think, is they missed a little bit of a window here because I think the price has gone down because you're renting Manny not for 6 months, but for, essentially 2 months, 2.5 months. Listen, I don't know that they're going to break the bank on Manny Machado deal. I don't know that we've seen a position player on the market like him, but the ones closest to it, like J.D. Martinez last year, the return wasn't fantastic. I think the Dodgers, to me, are still the best fit. Now, if they wait till the end of July, then they can still, I think, squeeze under the luxury tax threshold. It's really been their business plan for this year. So I still think that's where he's going to wind up. I think it's going to be later rather than sooner.
And so what about the rest of the market? You got teams that can add some pitchers. Dodgers putting another pitcher on the disabled list might be one of them. The Yankees as well could use some firepower looking down the road if they do face Houston again when it's all on the line.
Yeah, no
what do you
doubt.
think?
I think the Yankees are the team to watch because, listen, right now they're the best team in baseball. They're going to win way more than 100 games, and yet in a postseason environment, if they match up with Boston and/or Houston, to me, they'll never have a starting pitching matchup in their favor, and that's an issue for a team that looks like a juggernaut. Right, for 162 games, they'll probably hit more home runs than anybody. But you go up against Boston starting pitching, against Houston starting pitching, and I'm not sure that Sonny Gray, CC Sabathia, Masahiro Tanaka are going to win a series. Severino is fantastic. He can match up with just about anybody and make that starting pitching matchup a wash, but they won't have a matchup in their favor. Problem, I think, for the Yankees, and they do have enough talent and chips to go get a big guy, is there going to be a big starting pitcher out there? I'm talking about a guy who can start one of the first 2 games of a postseason series, not just somebody, Jay Happ, Marcus Stroman, somebody who's going to fill in a rotation in the regular season. And I don't think they're getting Jake DeGrom. They're not getting Noah Syndergaard. They're not getting Madison Bumgarner. I mean, that's just, fantasy league wish lists for people looking at matchups. I think in reality, it's going to be tough for them to find that kind of a starting pitcher. I'm sure they'll look hard. In the meantime, they're hoping that Sonny Gray has turned a corner here. And he's got the stuff to be that kind of a guy. It certainly hasn't happened yet consistently with the Yankees.
So when it's all said and done, do you think the fact that they didn't acquire Garrett Cole when they may have had the chance and then watched him go to Houston, that could be the difference maker when it's all said and done?
It could be. Yeah, it could be. Now, listen, I think the Pirates saw the Yankees package. They weren't really thrilled with Clint Frazier. So, what they thought, Pirates did. They thought they had a better package from Houston. Hard to blame the Yankees for that because they've kept people who were doing great for them. And
right.
Duhar and Gleyber Torres looked fantastic, right? It's hard to knock them on that, and I'm not sure even the Yankees saw that Garrett Cole was going to become this monster that he's become. But, yeah, I think there's no doubt if we see another Yankees-Houston series, that's going to be a narrative brought up many times, is that Garrett Cole could be the difference maker in that race or in that series.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.